we are. All right, so week 3. What are we going to cover today? Today's agenda. All right, well, first of all, we're going to review, of course, what we've already done. We're going to talk about traffic strategies and how you want to provide value. We're going to talk about YouTube, Facebook profile optimization, Facebook groups, um, Facebook posting, and really any posting. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Canva and how you can use that. And then also, we're going to go over the schedule page tonight because that's a really useful tool. I don't care what business you're in, having a page where people can automatically schedule with you is very important. And then we're going to do homework, or got a little homework for you. So let's get right into it. For review, and if you're not here yet, again, reach out to me with a message or text me, either way. Um, and let's get you caught up because you can't go further until you get the basics done. So, HBA funnel builder and premium trial. You've taken the orientation or gone to an orientation to learn all about the HBA. Your domain name and integration. So you've picked a domain that goes with your business or your name, and you now have a domain to work with. Get response. Again, you don't have to get that right away, but if you're going to go ahead and get an autoresponder, that's the one we recommend. And if so, you can already have had that hooked up, and we'll show you how to use that. The affiliate dashboard and links. Okay, so you should know where your affiliate dashboard is and where you can get the affiliate links if you want to do any marketing of the funnel builder itself and try and offset that for your business. Um, Masterminds, you should found where the masterminds are and be attending some of those to help you build your funnel out or build your page out. Um, and the magical morning formula, hopefully you check that out because it's important to have a good routine. And Canva, of course, we talked about that briefly last week. We're going to talk about it a little more this week. So Canva comes in very useful for a lot of things inside of marketing or inside of anything. I mean, if you wanted to produce a flyer to hand out on the streets to people, you can do it on Canva. If you want a poster, you can do it on Canva. And again, posts for social platforms can be done on Canva. And in fact, this slide presentation is done on Canva. So very useful tool. So anyway, we're going to talk a little about YouTube. Now, YouTube is one strategy to get yourself out there. Now, it is a slower strategy. If you haven't got a YouTube presence yet, you might want to mix some YouTube in, but it shouldn't be your first primary focus probably because it'll take you a little time to gain speed. Um, you need a cover picture for it, playlist. And again, cover picture can be designed on Canva. That's this part right in here where you see my thing scrolling, and that's actually an old picture I've updated since then. Playlists, you can create playlists that have like items together so you can group videos. For instance, if I wanted to take the four, in fact, I will take the four lessons from here and I will group them in a playlist together so they're attached to each other. SEO ranking is site engine optimization, something I'm not great at, but I need to probably hire a VA to come in and do for me. Um, and it's really just a matter I can do it, but I don't take the time. Um, for me, YouTube is not my primary focus. It's more of a storage facility for all of my videos. But if you're going to do a YouTube strategy, you need to learn the SEO optimization because the description that you put in your video helps to get it found on YouTube. Okay. Backlinking again is where you can link with other pages, which will help yours get out. Again, YouTube strategy, probably not the best one for your first starting out. Although in some craft situations, definitely would be a good way to go, making those videos and storing those, and then possibly going to the trouble of SEO optimizing them and putting them up. But your quickest starting points are not going to be probably YouTube. We'll cover that in a minute. Facebook profile. Okay. If you're using a Facebook, and everybody should have a Facebook page. I don't care if it's your primary marketing source or not. You should have a page where people can find you, that tells people about you so people can get to you. Because a lot of people, if they're trying to find you, even if they saw you on YouTube, they may look you up on Facebook. So have a page at least and have it optimized. So by optimization, what are we talking about? Well, number one, the cover picture. Okay, up there at the top, you want a nice cover picture. That cover picture, if you'll see that it has a button in there that I put in there. Okay, and this is again an old cover picture, but obviously, if you click a button in a cover picture, the button doesn't work. But what does happen if you click a cover picture is it opens up the description on the side. So in the side, you can have a link to whatever it is you want them to go to. So in this case, I'm saying take the quiz. That link in the description took them to the quiz. So, um, number two, or I'm sorry, profile picture is actually the little dot down there. This is the cover picture we just covered up there, number two. The profile picture is your little bubble there that has your face in it. Now it needs to be you. It needs to be a picture of you, not a picture of your dog, not a picture of your kids. It needs to be you, and preferably a picture of you with a smile on its face. A lot of studies have been shown about how a smile affects whether or not people come in. So anyway, that's that part. Now the number three down here is filling out your data. You have a spot where you can put some links in there. So you want to link to your page so that people can find you. And in this cover for you as a crafter, you definitely are going to want to have some pictures of your craft and maybe a learn more button that takes them to a link that again takes them to your page to be able to buy your craft. All right. And then down here, you have what's called a pinned post. So as you're making posts, you can take one that you really like a lot or one that really features your business and pin it to the top so people will see that first when they come on. Then number five down here, you can also have featured pictures in this area. And the other thing I don't have a number on that I want to make a point of is this little statement right in here that tells about you. You want to think of a good one-line statement or what they want to call an elevator statement, something short but tells people about you. You know, a lot of people put mother, father, parent of three kids, and that's great, but that doesn't really tell people about what you do. So an elevator statement is, when you're in an elevator with somebody and you've only got two floors and they say, "Oh, what do you do?" What do you tell them in that two floors? You've only got 30 seconds, so you've got a sentence, maybe two, and that's what goes in that spot right there. Okay, so that's making ultimate use of your Facebook profile. I actually have a whole training on that, so there's more to learn there. But anyway, Facebook groups. Again, I've got a couple of them right now. Um, you're in one of them. Basically, you're in the Battle Creek News and Events group. And so that is a group. I also have a group on local marketing. So if you'd like to join that, you're welcome to do that. It's called Small Biz Traffic Accelerator. You can find that on Facebook. I'll actually include that in the email to you. You're welcome to join that if you'd like, learn a little more about local marketing. Groups in your niche. Okay. So if your niche is woodworking, then get in woodworking groups, talk to other people, or get in groups that talk about nice woodworking accents in the home. So, if you're making home accents, that's a great place to get to show off your stuff. And when people are talking about something, oh, I actually make a nice woodwork piece that would fit that. Um, and it's very simple too. So that's something you can do. Get into groups. Um, Make sure your about information is in there. Um, and so basically describing the group, telling what it's about. Pin post again inside the group, photos inside the group. You can do all of that. Again, that's a whole nother strategy. You need to get your site up first. That's on down the road for marketing. Okay, Facebook posting. Well, you want to start posting right now. In your case, you want to post stuff that's got your stuff in it, but you don't want it to all be sales. So post other things that are inspirational or whatever. So mainly what I'm going to focus on here is what makes a good post. And so I want you to think about this. Now, the main thing is you want to stop the scroll. So people are scrolling through their phone, zip, zip, zip. They got their phone there and they're zipping through it. Oh, phone. Yep, there it is. You can't hardly see it. Anyway, they're zipping through their phone and you want something that's going to stop them. Okay. So take a look over here at these two posts. Okay. They're the exact same saying. Which one is going to catch your attention quicker? The one that's on a picture or the one that's on a gray background or a black background or whatever background you've got. So you want something that's going to actually catch their attention, an eye-popping photo of some kind. And then you want to promote engagement with it. So a lot of times you can ask a question to get somebody to answer it. I've got a picture of a big old piece of broccoli that says, "How do you feel about broccoli?" You know, well, people have comments on broccoli. So anyway, that's just a example. So types of posts can be inspirational. Okay, so something like this boat out here. Ask a question. We just talked about that. You know, picture of broccoli, ask them about broccoli. Now it could be something about how do you feel about, macrame, or which do you like better, this or this? There's a lot of things like that, but things that'll make them answer underneath their post and cause engagement. Um, an engagement post, again, is something that's just to get them to comment on it. Pain point is driving a pain point home to make sure they'll comment on that. And then product post, actual picture of a product and how you can get it. Again, you want to mix this up. If all you post on your page is product posts, nobody's going to come look at your page because it's all product posts, unless that's all they're looking for. So we'll talk about that further. Um, Canva. Okay. I'm going to tell you, Canva basically can do absolutely anything. Canva.com. And you can see all the different things it's got out here. It's got Instagram Reels. So you can actually create the reel and edit the reel here in Canva. Instagram stories, Facebook posts. It's got Magic Design Studio and Magic Design. You've got the ability to import and export photos in here and then do things with them. It's got, in the pro version, a background remover that'll tear the background right out of a picture and let you put your picture on anything else. So it's got a whole lot of tools that are really nice. So you can do a ton of with it for free. And then again, if you upgrade to the very base level, you get a ton of extras. Um, so anyway, definitely check it out, canva.com. It was in your last email. I'll make sure it's in this one coming up as well. Now, before we actually review the agenda, I want to go to what we actually plan to do today, and you get your homework going. And that is, let's see here, get to the website. We're going to build or show you how to build your schedule page. And so let's first take a look at my two schedule pages. And let me refresh that because it's got a pop up that comes up before you try and leave. And that's another feature you can do. So if somebody comes and looks at your thing and then doesn't schedule, you can maybe get an email from them to follow up. So anyway, book a time. So if you decide, well, I have time on Wednesday the 5th to meet. So let's go and look. Oh yeah, Stu's got time on at 3:30 p.m. That works for me. And then it asks for your details, and then it's going to actually ask you some questions. You get to design a 10-question questionnaire for anybody that's scheduling with you. So again, we'll talk in just a second about how to come up with those questions, but valuable information when you're sitting down to talk to somebody who's scheduled an appointment with you. Now that, in the craft sense, maybe it's what my wife does where she meets with people and shows them her clothes on a video or on Zoom, because she's not able to really do a traditional website where you press a button because all of her stuff is one of a kind. You can do the same thing. Schedule an appointment to meet with people, get them on a Zoom, show them your product, figure out how you're going to ship it to them. Very simple. So, and again, can be applied to any business at all. Actually, I used this to staff a restaurant just before I retired by using text. When I got there, people don't answer their phone anymore. So I used text, texted out a number, said, "We read your application. We're interested in talking to you. Please go to this link and schedule an appointment for an interview." And so they did all that themselves, and they actually weed some of themselves out because the ones that aren't really interested don't bother to go and schedule the interview. So you don't waste your time even trying to call them. So very useful tool. So that's my which one is that? That's the strategy call one, and then this is my coffee chat one. And again, let me get rid of this. And again, those are pop-ups, so I'll refresh it here real quick. So let's say I decided, I don't want to schedule right now. I'm just going to go ahead and come up here and click the X and leave. Oh, what's this popping up? Oh, don't leave. And now this could be anything you want it, but it's say, hey, join my email list and we'll stay in touch, or just leave your email and I'll be in touch with you. Whatever. You can put whatever you want on this, but it's another chance to get that email and be able to contact them back. So now let's talk about how you build one of these, because this is really a simple process, and it's almost as simple as the process we did last week with the links page. So let's go over to the website builder. Okay. There's my current one. And I'm going to go down here to the bottom, or go down here, and I'm going to create a new page. And we're just going to come all the way down here, and I'm just going to create one from scratch. I'm not going to go in and look for templates, although there are some scheduled templates in there. You really don't need a template for this. This can be placed on any page you're building, or you can create a page in itself. And so there's two strategies. You can either put a button on a page that takes you to the schedule page, or you can literally put the schedule on the page. So what I prefer to do is to use a button to take it to it, because it takes up a little space and it gives you an opportunity to bring them to another spot and talk to them a little more. So anyway, let's call the page name. It's going to be test dash test dash schedule, just SCH. Doesn't really much matter. It just needs to be a separate name. I'm going to delete it later. Okay, so this is a blank page right here. You've got block, a column, and then you have the ability to put widgets inside the blocks and the columns. And you can make the column 1, 2, 3 sections, 5 sections, whatever you want. You can space them out. So anyway, what we're going to do here is going to be really simple. So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to want 2 blocks. So I'm going to add a block. I just want another empty one. Okay. So now I've got 2 blocks. Boom, boom. See them? Okay. Now I'm going to put a background picture on here. And I'm going to use the exact same picture we used last week to build the links page. You'll see it's a little tight in there. I'm going to want to do something with it too. I'm going to click this parallax effect. This is kind of a ninja trick I'm going to teach you right here. I'm going to slide this all the way back, and I'm going to close it. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to pull this down enough to be able to show me. All right. And then I'm going to slide down here to this other block, and I'm going to put the exact same picture in. Now, I know you're thinking, well, Stu, why would you want 2 pictures exactly the same? Now, again, I'm going to click that parallax effect, and I'm going to slide it all the way over there. And then I'm going to come back out here, and I'm going to spread it out. Oh, that's not the one I want to move. Get that one back to where I had it. Oh, right there. Oh, no. Take it back up just a little. There we go. Okay, so now I need to come down to this one and stretch out this Stu. And I need to get him stretched out to where he's fully on the page, just like the other one. Okay. Now, I need the schedule on there. And that's the main thing we're here for. I'll explain the 2 pictures here in just a second. So you go over here and we want to grab, and we're going to put it on this second block, because this is just a background picture, all you're seeing right now. Now, on this second block, I'm going to come here and I am going to grab a booking widget. And it is right here, booking widget. Okay, I'm going to drop it right here. All right. Now, I'm going to show you in a minute how to set up your appointment for the booking widget, but for the moment, we're going to select one that I've already got. I was showing you earlier about the questions you can ask. I've already set that up. So we're going to just hook it to my 30-minute strategy call that you just saw. So I'm actually wanting to redo that page anyway and have it look a little nicer. So anyway, as I'm saying, I'm wanting to redo a bunch of my pages because my talents have grown, and I just want them to look a little nicer now. So anyway, the other thing you can do, we'll click on here and you can see what the schedule looks like. Okay. So now that you have your choice on the schedules, if I click on this, I can edit it. And uh, now creating a booking event, we've already done that. We've hooked it to the 30-minute strategy call. But if I want to change the booking layout, okay, well, that's the way the schedule looks on the page. Okay. Now, right now, it's got this one. Okay. So we'll go ahead and work with that one for right now. This is what I use in mine, but they all work. So, anyway, boom, you've got that one right now. Now, once you're in there, you can change the different colors and things and how it looks. Right now, it's just a blank white. Okay. So, and that's one of the things. If you start with one that's in a template, you'll have colors in there already. In that case, you're going to change the colors to your colors. In this case, I'm just going to create the colors in my colors. So my colors are kind of a maroon, and so let's go first to the form styling. And that's the styling of the page, which is the questionnaire page. Right now, it's got a white background, a black font, and button text has a black ground. I kind of like that. White font color. I think I'd like that black though, probably. And we'll take a look at it once we're in there. So anyway, so that's got a white background. Eh, let's give it a maroon background, but I want it to be fairly opaque. So let's bring it down to about, well, if I'm too opaque, then you won't see it show up over the picture. So anyway, okay, let's leave it about there and see where we're at. Okay, so now let's take a look at the step styling, step settings. Okay, well, right now we've got an active color of maroon, a font color of black, a background color of white. Now that's something I think we'd like to have a little different. So let's give it a darker gray. And then let's see, let's the color. So if it's a darker gray, font color be good. Bar. Active color should be good. Background color. Okay, well, we'll see how that looks, and we can always come back and change it. And then the summary styling. Okay, now the summary is the part where you're actually over putting in the times and that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and make that, let's give that a background color of a darker gray and see how that shows up. Okay, so you don't see any of those changes yet. So you won't see them until you actually go online, and you still see these funny two pictures. You won't see the change on that till you go online. So let's save it. And then all we have to do to go online and see it is just click right there. Now it's online. Now, here's the parallax effect. See, you're not seeing two pictures anymore. You're seeing that now. Obviously, my colors are way off. This is way too dark a gray, so forth. So I'm going to go back and change those colors around. I was trying to go with gray because I have the gray background, but I'm going to have to change that a little bit. I think this actually may be like a light color. But anyway, all I have to do is close it, go back to here, go back down to here, and change my colors around. So, um, summary styling was way too dark. So let's take that to, I put it to a black background. I didn't want that anyway. Let's go here for that one. And let's go to the steps, or no, yeah, the steps. And let's change that to something like that. Let's see what we get. So I got to save it. Go back online. Actually, that's a lot better, but this is still a little too dark, so I'll probably lighten that up a little bit more. Or I might even go with more of like a maroon there or something and change the, uh, well, really, I could just change the print to white and I'd pretty much be there. But anyway, That's all you have to do is fiddle around with the colors, find a nice background for it. Um, very simple, very simple to do. Um, so also you could put this on the top one if you want and let it parallax up and down. You wouldn't have to need the second page probably. In fact, let's go over here real quick. Again, you can always play around with this stuff. Let's just get rid of this one altogether. Save. All right, let's take a look at it without that. Okay, well, see, kind of blows the parallax effect if I do that. So I've got to duplicate that and put that back. But you get the idea. You could just do a color background. You don't have to do a picture. You can do a background with print at the top with a headline that doesn't slide up and down. You don't have to get this fancy with it. As you saw, mine aren't this fancy. I don't have, well, I guess I do have parallax on that. Well, no, I don't. That's just on a maroon background, just like that, and just scrolls to the bottom of the page. So you don't have to get as fancy as I did. I was just showing you a couple extra tricks. That's not a parallax. That's just a background. That's all it is right there. One page. So one block, very simple. You don't have to get as fancy as what I just showed you, but I just thought I'd show you a neat little trick that can make it look just a little more impressive. Because think about it. When somebody comes to that page, they see you can put some type in that top block that says go down and fill in the schedule. And do some different things with that and then scroll it up and down very nicely and just do some neat things with it. And I'll be happy to, coach you if you're having problems with any of these little tricks. Send me a message. I'll, get on a call with you and I'll help you out. So anyway, that's basically the schedule. It's a super easy tool. I do want to show you real quick. We'll get off the website. Let's go to the main HBA, and you will find that in the funnel builder, the part that comes with the $25 builder. You don't have to pay extra to get this. And it is called the appointment booking widget. And it's got a complete training about it right there, breaks it down into timestamps. There's your availability settings. Well, that's something I didn't show you much of, is setting the availability on it. Let me get back to my builder here. Get me back there. There we go. The appointment settings. So when you create your appointment, you just go up here to appointments. And something I haven't spent much time showing you this. There's also a store where you can load up your products. So if you're selling crafts, you can actually put those products into a store right here. You don't have to pay for Etsy. You don't have to pay for Shopify. None of that. It's right here for you. You can sell it from here, the whole bit. If it's a digital product, you can actually deliver it from here without ever doing anything else. You have a contact list here. So this is why you don't need to get and I shouldn't be on there. Get out of there. That's got all my emails on it, so I shouldn't be showing you that. But there's a contact CRM in there. Okay. And so you're welcome to use that. You don't have to have a email responder right away. So if you don't want to put that cost up right away, you don't have to. But the difference is when somebody goes through your page and says they want something, they're going to leave your email. You'll get an email from the system that will tell you that they've been on your site and that they left you a contact. But then it's up to you to take that contact and plug it into your own email and type them up an email and send it to them. So you're responsible for all the follow up manually at that point. So that's the only difference. The autoresponder will take their contact, immediately put it into a follow up email and says, hey, how can I help you, etc. And I will tell you about what I'm working on up here in just a minute at the very end, because that is another way to handle it. So anyway, so got the contacts and then you got the appointments. So here are my appointments set up, and they're very simple. So if you create a new booking event, it just asks you basic stuff. What's the name of the event, the description of the event, what's the location? Well, in my case, it's on Zoom. I meet with people on Zoom or by phone. Unless I have something where I need to go to their office. A lot of times what I'm doing for them is digital. I don't need to leave to write the newsletter. So anyway, if you were a roofer, that location might be the customer's house. Okay. So you might just type in their customer's house. Okay. Meeting reminder. You have a choice of, you can put a meeting reminder in it when it reminds you that you have this meeting. So if you're, like say, a contractor, you might remind yourself a day before so that you could plan it into your schedule for the next day. But that's up to you. Um, Email the customer their appointment details when the appointment is made. So after everything's done, it's going to send them a little note that says, hey, you've scheduled an appointment. Here's the date. Here's the schedule information. You can even have it include a Zoom link if you want. So that's an option. Okay, then you have to your operators or services. Okay, so you have to add an operator. Well, in my case, I'm the only operator, so there I am right there. And you have to assign the operators automatically, or you can schedule them. Okay, so if you had 10 salespeople and you all had them using this scheduler, each salesperson would have their availability in there, and the scheduler would randomly assign them the person. I'm just talking about using it for yourself, but if you wanted to use it for a business, absolutely, you could have 10 people operating off this same schedule, and you could have it randomly assigning the operator to them. So it's a really neat feature that's built into the funnel builder, included for the $25. It's just crazy what they put into this tool, and they never raise the price for anything. They have added things to it. They never raise the price. It's fantastic. It's anti-inflation. So anyway, that's how the appointments work. And then you put your availability in there. So you tell it what dates and times you're available. I'll show you one of mine here in a second. There's your 10 form questions. You can do those any way you want. Let's edit the questions. I'll show you what you can do. So for starters, you go here. You can do different descriptions and things. You can go down here and add a field, and you can tell it what kind of field you want to add. It's a name, it's a checkbox field. So you can do a checkbox field with multiple checks, or you can do a radio button field where they check yes or no. A lot of different options on how you want to make it look. And again, I'll show you that in a second. Um, but anyway, that's how you do the question part of it. And then the confirmation. This is what the email is going to look like when it goes out to them. It says a message header, hey, you just scheduled your meeting with so and so. Description, we're going to be meeting about this for this at this time, and we're going to be meeting about roofing, about repairing your roof. Okay, and then you're going to have all the questions that they answered for you. So let's talk about how to get those questions. Okay, and this is one I did for practice for a roofer. I said, hey, I just went to Chat GPT and I just started a blank thing, and I said, hey, I'm a roofing contractor and I'm setting up a schedule page. What 10 questions should I ask potential roofing clients? What kind of roof service do they need? What type of roof do you currently have? Are you experiencing any leaks or visible damage? Those are things you might want to know before you go out to meet somebody at their house. Instead of asking them all those questions on site, you can actually walk up and say, so you've got some roof damage. Where would that be located? Can you show me? You get right to it. You save all that time of asking these questions ahead of time. Um, and the customer appreciates that. you know um do you have any insurance coverage for the roof? Hey, that's pretty. I'm writing up this repair. Do you have insurance for it, or do I need to really help you out with it? um would you like a free inspection before receiving an estimate? Well, yeah, sure you would. And you can ask that right now before you even get out there, so you can actually schedule the estimate before you do anything, so you're out there all ready to do the estimate. You haven't even seen them yet, but they've told you what they want. So anyway, these are very, very helpful things for any business you happen to be in. And that's just a quick idea of how you can use Chat GPT for that. I can spend hours telling you how to use Chat GPT. I'm on it constantly for absolutely everything. It crafts the emails that I send to you. It does everything. So anyway, back to our present, cover everything. Well, we did our review. We talked about traffic strategies. Now, one thing I'm going to add to traffic strategies. About 9 months ago, you probably could have asked me what's the best traffic strategy for someone starting out. I would have said TikTok, because TikTok was by far the fastest growth of anybody out there. Right now, I'm going to tell you Instagram. because Instagram is growing exponentially, and it's because of the TikTok situation. Realistically, TikTok will have to be sold before it will exist, unfortunately. And so, and rightly so. And then I wouldn't mess with that deep seek stuff either because the Chinese government's getting our stuff. So anyway, you basically want to, you know, look at Instagram. It's going nuts right now. I'm actually about to go find a little class on Instagram. It's an area I haven't spent time with, but I'm going to be turning a lot of my focus to Instagram right now. And part of that is what I'm going to show you here in just a second. And then let's see, we talked about Facebook posting, we talked about Canva, we talked about the schedule page. Your homework is to go home and write a schedule. Very simple. We talked a little bit about groups. Now, there's another thing that a strategy that goes with groups. If you're going to start up a group, you want to start a page to go with it. Now, you probably have noticed that Battle Creek News and Events is a group and it's also a page. And then the Battle Creek Buzz is the newsletter I created to go with it. That allows you to do advertising on the page. It allows you to do a lot of things on the page. But one of the things that allows you to do on the page is to build bots. And I'm going to show you real quick here. Got to open that up ahead of time. What we're doing with the upcoming bot studio. And I think it's something you'll be interested in. Although it's a little more advanced for what you're at, I'm just going to fill you in on it just so you know what's happening. And I want to go to I want to go to groups actually. Boom. And I want to go to the AI Bot Wizards group. And there we are, the AI Bot Wizards. And in the group, we are actually about to learn to build chatbots. And I'm going to take you one other spot here real quick. And I'm actually going to change who I am first because I can't go in as me or it won't show you. You may not yet know that this exists for you. I have to go in as this guy. And I want to go to the pages. Go to home. I need to go down here and go to pages. And I need to get to Battle Creek News and Events. Now, you guys may not know that I installed a bot for you on the main page for Battle Creek News and Events. It's called the Battle Creek Buzz Bot. And all you have to do is go to this page and click the message, and you can see where we've been in there before asking questions. But let's just show you. You can ask any question. See, where can I find, I don't know. Where can I get a good steak? Can I get a good steak? Now, it already knows you're in Battle Creek, so you don't have to tell it that because it's the Battle Creek Buzz Bot. It already knows. All right, so you just give it a minute to think. It's thinking now. Where's a good steak at? Oh, hey, here we go. Well, let's see. It's got if you're looking for a good place to enjoy a good steak in Battle Creek, Michigan, you may consider the following Clara's. Clara's is a really nice restaurant. I'm sure they have a good steak. Arcadia Brewing Company, again, very nice restaurant. I bet they've got a good steak. Griffin's, I know they've got a good steak. So there you go. There's 3 restaurants to pick from right in the heart of downtown Battle Creek, all that have good steaks. So there you go. So how about that, Battle Creek? You can enjoy that. So go over and check that out for me. And if you're at all interested, you can come and join me on the bot building studio, and we will teach you how to build that and put it on your page to go along with your crafts. So when somebody calls and asks, it can actually make the sale for you, believe it or not. Now, this is just an informational one that I've set up, but you can set these up for a car dealer with the entire car inventory on it. You could set these up for a real estate agent with their entire real estate inventory on it. So a lot of things you can do with these. They're kind of cool. And if you have the knowledge to build them, you can make about $2,000 a piece doing it. So if you want to learn something interesting, come on and join us, and I will be happy to show you what that looks like. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. But yeah, definitely go and check out the BuzzBot though. go over to Battle Creek News and Events, and I'll include a link to take you there. And check that out. Just ask it some questions. What you want to know about Battle Creek. Ask it where to find a live band. Ask it where to get a good burger. Ask it where to rent a piece of equipment. It'll be able to tell you. So anyway, don't ask anything too crazy. It probably can't show you the kinky stuff because it's limited. So anyway, that's what I got for you tonight, folks. It's let me get back to my Canva here. Boom. So that's your just get home, do a schedule. That's your homework. And again, the final quote for tonight: obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. That's Michael Jordan for you. All right, folks. So anyway, let's stop a share screen here for you. That's what we got for you tonight. Again, join us. Go to sturecommends.com AI bot, and you can see the workshop. And once you get in the workshop, you're going to get an email to get in the group and everything else. Or you can go to AI Bot Wizards in Facebook groups, and you'll find us. Join us there, and you can learn about it before you even get signed up. So AI Bot Wizards group in Facebook, or sturecommends.com AI bot. Go to one of those and you can get hooked up with the bot studio. And we're going to learn how to build bots. And I'll tell you, they are pretty amazing. And they're so easy to build. You can build them in about 10 minutes and actually have them launched on your Facebook, on your Instagram, and on your WhatsApp, all in one shot. So I'm getting ready to do one for Instagram right now. That's my next step. So anyway, folks, have a fantastic night. I'll have this up for you as quick as it gets rendered, and we'll go from there. So have a great night. Take care now. Bye for now.